when we have a hard time, people looking for the solution, ideas. I believe that is the secondary part. Yeah, money is the most powerful energy. I believe the more you're spiritual, you value material things the more.
Welcome to Get Enlightened with Master O, a program about wisdom, energy, and healing. We're here with Master O, who's a spiritual teacher and healer who's helped thousands of people to regain their health and happiness by receiving the vibration of life and finding their true nature. And we're here with a very special guest, which is Eric Descombes, who's been a huge visionary. He's changed the world with his ideas. He's been able to see the future. He's been managing director of many great companies, including Ogilvy. And it's such a huge honor to have you here with us today, Eric.
Thank you. The honor is mine.
Eric, tell us a little bit about yourself. You must have led a very interesting life.
Well, I start by saying always that I'm dual national. So my father is French, my mother is Mexican. So I lived like a dual life in two cultures. Mostly in the French culture because I studied on French lycée, then I went to France, and then I came back to Mexico. I love Mexico. I think talking about energy, Mexico has an amazing energy. And during my life, I had many experiences, life-changing experiences that led me to where I am. And but I always knew that I wanted to be an engineer. And so I studied engineering, and but then I moved to advertising, to education, to finance, to many places that life took me.
Wow. Tell us, you've been a huge leader in the world of advertising and publicity, and you've made incredible changes. What story can you tell us that marked you the most in your life?
So many stories, about change, about how brands change themselves or don't. So the first one I had when I started at Ogilvy, my company did technology. So what I did is the starting of the internet and the starting of advertising on the internet. And I was, put in front of financial companies who wanted to understand the internet, tech companies, but also traditional companies. And that was, a very interesting story because I tried to help them change and they couldn't see change. Mm-hmm. It was, so their answers were, we don't like the internet and we don't believe on digital, whatever, imaginary, whatever happens. And it wasn't that I wanted to transform their business. I wanted to put it in the 2000s. And that was very interesting because when you don't want to change or do something for yourself, you need to find forces to make it move.
And give us one example of that. We're dying to know. Who wasn't able to see the change?
So it was Kodak. It was Kodak. I was sent to Guadalajara where Kodak was. And I tried to make them change, but they called my boss and they say, either you take out the guy that's trying to make us digital or we won't have you anymore. So, but then, after that, I started many years later at Magro and I tried to change, I was there for changing from books to AI platforms that teach kids mathematics, reading abilities, which is extremely important. Because, to understand things, you need to have reading abilities to understand what you're reading, what people are telling you. And mathematics also, because you need to have some logic if you want to, make questions or connect things. And it helps your brain, And change was impossible. Because the legacy that was there, I would say the energy that's draining the past business, thinking of past lives, is what stops you. So the companies cannot move forward. And so...
It's like a karma in the company.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So I like that, changing the karma of the companies.
Yeah, how important do you think, or how important is energy to you?
For me, it's essential. Since I was a kid, I felt like connected to the world. I had very vivid dreams of the future, of things, even, the architecture of my house, of my parents' house, even places that you couldn't access. I saw them, and I had dreams there. So I asked my mother, I'm having a recurrent dream about a nightmare. And she told me, no, don't worry. I closed those entrances so nobody could go there.
So in your dream, you saw parts of the house that you'd never seen before in your life.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
Exactly. So I always felt like there was something. I studied engineering, and I think that made me very rational on how to understand that. And I knew there was something that everybody knows there's something else, and you don't want to admit it because you think it's witchery or whatever, and it's not. It's part of you. It surrounds you, and so I've made my journey through it. I have my personal rituals, my personal readings. I once went to India, and it was, it's been amazing. So energy to me, it's what drives everything.
And tell us about how do you find happiness? How do you define happiness?
That's an interesting question. But to me, it's quite simple. As an example, every morning I listen to Cat Stevens, because Cat Stevens, since I was a kid, was like the music that my dad played, my big brother played, and it takes me to a happy place. But it takes me there because to me, happiness is the morning, it's life. It's every morning being awake and have the opportunity to live. I love living. I love visiting places. I love learning. I love meeting people. I love doing things. I love whatever happens in life every day. To me, it's happiness. It's what drives happiness for me.
That's beautiful and very from the heart. We also wanted to ask you, for you, you've been a leader. No? You've been a leader in publicity, media, advertising, and so many other things. And you've met many leaders in your life. What do you think makes a good leader?
So I would say that mainly how you see people, because everything is about us, Even if we have machines, if we have tools, if we have everything, it's about what we do with those for others. Whatever we do on our services is for the people that live on Earth and the future generations, and especially in advertising, that we work for future generations, for the current generation, no for the later generation. And so as a leader, you need to understand that caring for people is one of the most important things you need to do. The business is important, but when you care for the others, the business is going to do good because they're going to care for the rest.
And I have a question for you personally, actually. Have you ever turned down a job in advertising because you think that it wasn't what they were selling, wasn't good for people?
That's a tough question. Once I was trying to redefine advertising, and I was trying to say, what is an advertising agency in the future? What should it be? Mm-hmm. And because I was thinking exactly of that, because many products, I'll tell you one story, but what I want to say is my redefinition was we work for the good of the people, because we might be seen as the evil part that makes you buy things that you shouldn't. So it's difficult. I was once in a meeting, and we at the time, so when it was something that was done very easily, smoking. We were doing advertising for a cigarettes company, and I took a picture of the meeting room, everyone from the back, and in the huge screen was written, "Smoking will make you die." I said, guys, what are we doing? So I called my boss and I said, once I had a new account, I'm going to let go this account because we cannot continue doing this. It's difficult. But
yeah, something inside you was saying, I don't want to continue.
Yeah.
Yeah. You must have many unanswered questions And what would be something that you would like to ask Master O?
So, since I met you, I see your energy, and you are like a sun. And so my life started, and I read some of your life. Change comes from challenges, Usually you don't see it. And usually the big changes I had in my life were on the worst moments. You get fired, you have a problem, and what comes next is, so wonderful. So the question is, how do you see change as something that drives you? Do you look for it?
Well, I think sometimes I look at my life. That my life has been guided. So I have one strength. When challenges come, I move forward with one mind that my mind is pure. My mind is sincere. My mind is there for the people. I keep myself bright. I can achieve anything. I can get real guidance from more powerful sources. And the people love, your transparency, right? Purities, the brightness, sincere heart. So I think that I've been through a lot of things, but I don't remember I have any challenges in my life because of the system, invisible system that I have. So anything comes, more hard time comes, never give up. Do the things I'm supposed to do. It's just I feel like being guided. And then more hard time comes, I know what I have to do, most fundamental things.
And because before we joined this talk, Eric was saying, change comes from a crisis. So when we're happy, there's no change, right?
Exactly.
So I love the question that you asked then.
Yeah, when I look at the people, when they can make a change, things goes really well when they're going high level. When I look at the people, you have a real chance to share what you have. Then you can change yourself to more that allow you to go even higher level, which is even bigger giver. When you go down, it's the time for you to focus on what you have to improve. It's the time for you to embrace whatever you have, even though you've done your best, but still you have difficulties, you feel big challenges, there's things you need to do. So this is opportunity to do. So when you really that something happened, take you to real rock bottom, it is the time for you to change. Wise people, they always they do that. They're using to reach to extreme the point, using the real opportunity to change, to become better beings.
And so when I hear that, I see the answer, because you said two things that gave me like light is you don't see challenges. You haven't seen challenges. So it's really interesting because it's part of your way, it's what's happening. So there, my question would be, so the energy would lead you, what would you recommend to people to do to go through that, because they're feeling that they need something, they're looking for something is not right. And I think, as you say, the way is there, How you find that?
Well, there's a different approach. For me, I take a spiritual approach. So I always I feel I'm dealing with the light. More challenges come, okay, I have to make myself even brighter. Mm-hmm. So not dealing with your challenges, dealing with what you need to do. Put yourself higher position to become better beings, brighter light, not only for yourself, but also for situation for everybody else. Then once you become the light, you are detached from challenge. The challenge doesn't affect you anymore. Then you have ideas, you know what to do. So challenge is not challenges anymore. Difficulties is not difficulties anymore. And give you opportunities and do what you need to do. So, and then for most of people, when I talking to the people, when they have challenges, they don't know what to do, then I suggest two things. One, if you're dealing with your mind doesn't know what to do, how to deal with the challenges, then this mind doesn't have information, the power, what you need to do. Yeah, you have to make yourself free from the mind. Then there is another, the mind. The mind have a different quality. So sometimes we attach to certain mind doesn't know what to do, feel limited, no power, no knowledge. Then this mind doesn't help us. We shouldn't stuck with this mind, keep thinking about what do I have to do, what do I have to do. It doesn't help, it creates more stress. So we have to go beyond this mind, and we have to believe beyond this mind, another mind can do the better job. But when we go to a higher level, the mind reaches the highest point. This mind is there for the light, complete giving. It's there for the life. And so it gives you all the solution, all the power. So first of all, we just make ourselves free from the mind, doesn't know what to do. We make ourselves free, then we have a breathing space. Then we have a clear idea. If you thinking doesn't do anything, you have to detach from the thought, this idea. And then you take a moment, detach. You are automatically, you go to a higher level. You have a better idea, and then using the better idea, thinking about what do I have to do. It works, think as much as you can, but the work doesn't help. You shouldn't think. You have to detach. You need a better quality of mind. So, and that's how I advise the people. But more importantly, I'm teaching the people how to feel themselves. We are dealing with the state of our mind, state of our feelings, state of emotions, basically the mind. But this mind has to connect to our essence, our spirit, which is the light, the love, and the power. So the moment we connect with ourselves, we become very natural state. So natural state, then we see the things as they are, we hearing things as they are, we feeling things as they are. We have a natural abilities to feel, wow, this is good for me. This is good for the others. And then we have this very, very natural abilities, the wisdom telling us what to do, so that we make your decisions naturally. We don't think so much. And knowing about ourselves, we use our mind. The mind needs so much directions. Mind needs so much brightness. Mind needs so much love. So mind needs so much power. So anything we're dealing with, helping the mind to recharge what has to recharge, deal with anything that we are doing, then allow the mind to look at the things, the face with anything. The mind is already, allow the mind to go for it. But before that, just making sure, if we understand who we are, allow the mind to be our arms. Are you feel comfortable to do anything? Are you ready? Yes. Then we just go for it. We take action. So this is the advice I'm sharing with the people.
It's like raising the vibration of your mind.
Absolutely. And our spirit has got a universal divine vibration, highest vibration. Always giving with the light, giving with the love, giving with the power. It's there for the life. We allow the mind to be in that place. Then mind, like the field, to receive a lot of the sun, it's become very powerful, like the source. And likewise, the mind is receiver and the giver. So raise your vibration. You say, allow the mind to be in the spiritual vibration. then the mind be ready to do anything.
So you need first to clear your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. The mind. Yeah, we have to take care of our mind. You talk about the leadership. Yeah, I'm so impressed by what you said. How you look at yourself, how you look at the world, how you see the people depends on that. There's a job to do, there's a vision, the work, everything else. So yeah, we have to look at our mind as our child. Okay, you need help. So what are you trying to do? And then we look at the mind needs something. Yeah, we have to give what the mind need. Then making sure the mind do the right job. We have to guide the mind, grow the mind, manage the mind. Sometimes mind in the wrong place. Yeah, we have to discipline our mind, help the mind to be in a better place. I think that this is very, very important job for us. That we can do anything, but the mind has to receive what it has to receive.
And you know, I agree, because there's a saying that if you want to eat forever, you don't need to give the fish to the people, but show them how to fish. And what you're saying is that because many people think the answer is in something else, you know, it's going to be on, I want to say whatever, on the president or on my neighbor, on the company, and not in me. And what you're saying is when you teach and you're open to learn to how to, control your mind, push your mind, you're going to be able to change it by yourself and not needing.
Absolutely.
And so thinking of that, I have another question. So how do you think people should see themselves on their challenges in life as a purpose? Do they need to find a purpose for themselves on what they do, where they're going, how they think?
Like find a goal?
Like find a goal, yes.
Yeah, this is a very, very the practical questions.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody looking for the purpose of a life. Sometimes it's very, very hard to find the purpose of a life. And when we are struggling, then we cannot see how I'm going to use my life in a certain directions. I believe we have to start from what we need to do. First of all, our mind is struggling from negative thought. We have to learn how to make our mind be free from negative thought.
Mm.
And when we are really, really having a hard time with the negative emotions, we have to learn how to treat emotions. We help the mind to be free from the negative emotions. And this is quite important. Whatever we do, we have to make ourselves feel comfortable, happy. When we are happy, I believe ourselves is open. Then we start to use our potential supported by inner light, inner love. So then ideas comes. A lot of the time when we have a hard time, people looking for the solution, people looking for the ideas. I believe that is the secondary part. First of all, and when we make ourselves free from our challenges, the pain, the problems, then we are in a better place. Then we are not dealing with the problems. We're dealing with something that we have. We feel the happiness. We feel peace. We feel the compassion inside. If you look at the world, look at the people, wow, you're having the problems. What can I do for you? That gives the directions. That gives us a purpose of our life. Everybody, I believe, having the different purpose of life. A lot of people ask me, what is my purpose of a life? And then I told them, there is no purpose of a life. And what you need to do, listen to your mind and the body, what they need. And you just do, make your body, your mind happy and comfortable. Then you're going to find your purpose of life. But even though you find the purpose of life, the purpose of life is going to change as time goes by. So,
But having a goal in terms of having a big vision of what you want to achieve.
yeah, some people, they have the inner light. And then right in the beginning, they know they have a business. They have the purpose of the life. And these people is quite special people.
Yes.
Very few people can have that. But ordinary people, and we're going through so many, the normal life bring the so many strugglings and the challenges and the problems. So, and when we're going through this, all the experiences, I believe we have to learn how to treat our mind in a best way, because the mind doesn't have what it needs. It doesn't know how to handle the situation. Then we just look at our mind with a real compassion. And then we treat our mind really like a child. Then from there, this practice is build up the foundation to find different purpose about the life. When we value our life, when we treat ourselves, that's how we find our potential, our abilities and the beauty inside. So,
and from what you're saying and what I think is that the purpose, as you were saying, needs not to be as personal and as it needs to be shared. It needs to be part of the rest.
Right.
It's not your, it's also
Not just your achievement.
exactly. It's a shared purpose.
right.
You need to have a shared purpose more than a purpose. I think that's important from what you're saying. And so also thinking on that, because as many of us, I think we feel the energy. You are the expert. And so just also a very pragmatic question for people.
Mhm.
And you feel the energy of, the plants, the earth,
Right.
the mountains, the sun. What about the energy of tangible things that people look on a daily basis, of having a place to live, food, money? How you handle that energy and how people can have like a peace of mind on those?
Yeah, it's like food is energy,
Yes.
material is energy too. When we look at when we eating the food, we're getting energy. Everybody feels that, right? And so this is the energy is expression of the love and the brightness. So, and then everybody have a different quality of energy. Depends on how they use their heart, their brightness. So, different character, different vibration. Some people have a very, very powerful energy. But the more you've been using the love, the care, or the brightness, this energy is so powerful, so that you can express this energy to achieve whatever you wanna achieve. So when I look at the materials, money is the most powerful energy, because the people, they putting so much value into the money. So money can do anything, so powerful. But this is the representative of most powerful energy. And this the energy the money has to use to deliver our heart and the brightness, then make a really huge impact on so many people's life. I believe the more you're spiritual, you value material things the more, because without materials, you cannot express yourself at all. And those who have a more material, the energy, they have a chance to express themselves and then brighten the world. But if you using this energy in a different purpose, it might damage so many people's life, because this is so powerful stuff. It can do extreme the work. So, and then when you go higher level, really have to value materials because it has got a most powerful energy. So we have to allow the energy to use for something else. I learned about very important lesson from my grandmother. My grandmother, yes, one of my teacher, and I spent 20 years with my grandmother. And she was very, very spiritual. People call her living Buddha. And she's the one who helping so many people. And the people have a problem, come to her. Financial problem, yeah, she helps financially. If people have any issues, yeah, people come to her to get advice. And she invites the beggars almost every day. In my early age, there were a lot of the beggars on the street. My grandmother invite the beggars. Then I was her favorite. So we living together, yeah, sleeping together. And then she gave the money and she giving them food and other things they need. In the morning, without exception, something was stolen. and then I was very young and I was quite wasn't happy. Yes. How come? They received the accommodation and the money and some basic things. Why they steal the things? And then my grandmother always told me, don't worry. Materials with me doing the job. Going to another place, doing the job. Allowed materials to do the job in anywhere. That's how you should value the things. And that actually taught me really like a big teaching for myself. And as time went by, I really realized, wow, this is a very, very valuable lesson. So you're talking about energy, so.
Very valuable lesson.
Yeah.
Do you have one more question that you'd like to ask, Master?
So my, the same question you asked me, how do you feel happiness? Where do you find your happiness? What's like your happy place?
My happy place is, I believe the happiness is natural state. When whatever is happening, you are being, when you're stressed out, the end of the day, you want to go home. I'm staying home. We have a home inside. It's our real place. Mine is more challenged by the people, money, the jobs. It's a time for mind to be back home, to be with ourselves. I believe the happiness is the natural state. It's coming from the inside. When you connect to yourself, your mind, body is connected to yourself, you are happy. At the same time, you are happy so that, how can I share this? How can I express this? I believe that is the happiness.
I love that. Because as we were saying, everything is inside you. And you are always looking for happiness in other places, outside.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just, the mind needs so much. We don't give what the mind needs. Mind doesn't looking inside, not connecting with ourselves. They want to looking for the something, somebody can
finding happiness.
From outside, because you haven't given what mind needs. So the mind have to looking for somewhere, somebody to get what the mind needs. So when you're more focused on the people outside the world, that's where the happiness comes from. This happiness, I don't think it's happiness, pleasure comes and goes. So people come who are looking for, give us so much happiness, like a pleasure. But this person disappeared, we have a lot of pain. And the money comes, give us so much pleasure, doesn't stay forever. Living creates more pain too. Everything comes and goes. What remains forever, I believe, the connection, inner light, inner true love for the lives. So, a lot of the people do so many things to achieve the happiness, but the happiness they're looking for is, in my eyes, pleasure, excitement. And then we keep going for pleasure and excitement, no matter how much you achieve, it's not enough. And you have to achieve the more. Initially belong to you, sooner or later things come to you, doesn't belong to you, and you want to possess that, and you have to have the more to feel this sense of the belonging. And then even though you achieve that, the end of the day, everything that we achieve doesn't stay with us. Living, sometimes going to another place, going back to original position too. So, and that's why everybody looking for the happiness, but different level of happiness, I think they're looking for.
Yeah, and just as what you said and you said before, it's amazing how it's clear now that when you say happiness or material things will come more easily if you're more spiritual. And usually you think the opposite, You think, I need to make money to be able to do that and go there. And it's not that. You need first to calm down your mind and connect with yourself, harness that energy,
Right.
And then it will come.
Yet, like children, we have to educate it that way. But we are not educated that way.
Mm-hmm.
We're just educated dealing with like technology, informations, and the materials, not dealing with ourselves, unfortunately. So, and that's why we need to have a lot of different experience. When we have more pain, more challenges, more difficulties, then it's the time for us to open ourselves, to connect with ourselves. But we don't do that. We miss the chance. Then we have a same experience come back. Then is there another opportunities for us to open ourselves, to find ourselves, stay connected with ourselves. And then when everything going well, the same thing, it's the time to connect to ourselves more. With the connection, we have to use whatever we borrow from the world and the nature, and we can value them more. We can use them the more to brighten ourselves, brighten the world, and helping the people in a much bigger way.
We're lucky to have you.
It was so funny because when we started, Eric was saying that, if positive change comes from a crisis and when everything is going well, we don't change. So do we have to generate more crises in our life? But I think that answered it quite well, didn't it?
Yeah, really. More crisis. Then we have a little bit foundation, create the light. Crisis is helping us so much. But people that don't have a foundation, they don't have the light. The crisis doesn't help. A lot of people doesn't help damage their life. So they need help to reach another level, to get their help. Then they appreciate what the support, the help they're getting. And when they open their heart, they're in a better place. Then they manage the crisis better. And then they're ready to go for the next place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people need so much help deal with the challenges and the crisis. Some people, they have the potential already, they have a foundation, and then sometimes they don't know how to unlock them. So we have to help them to unlock them, to use their real jewels inside and the power inside. And
Eric, we wondered about you. This program, Master O, gives people a treatment, and he can help you in your life as well. Is there anything that you've been struggling with, where you felt a challenge that you haven't been able to overcome?
I'm so lucky to be here. I would say right now is I love to be connected. I love to be connected to the energy, to be able to harness energy. And so my challenge right now is, I feel that as you say, I don't know if successful, but I had a rich career, but I want to do more. I want to be able to harness more of that energy, to be able to go larger, help more people, connect with more people. And so I feel a little bit disconnected, I don't know exactly why, but my mind seems like troubled, like, like not connected, not in with my full body, with my full...
And this is something that's recent? Did it change of how you used to feel before?
This is something that's recent, I would say, middle life crisis. So when you get to your middle life crisis, you start asking yourself, what comes next, Because I wanna be able. You don't feel while you age, you don't feel you're aging. You feel the same as you were, before. But sometimes you have like, something aches or whatever, and so it's that's in my mind, how I'm gonna be able to harness that to do more, because I'm not sure I have, like I feel I have more. I have more to give. I have more to, and I want to be that. I want to. I don't know if I'm special or not. I wish I was special, but I know that if I'm not, probably I'm not, because statistically, as you say, very little people have like a huge, amazing gift. You need to work on it. You need to find it. You need to go inside you. You need to connect. You need to find people that's going to be with you, helping you, growing. So that's what I want to, that's what I'm challenged right now.
Yeah, you're very, very special, the person. I've met so many the people. But you're very, very special. You've done the wonderful, wonderful job. And you've done all the right things, because you have a senses, very, very advanced senses and the feelings. So before you think, you can feel what gotta be done. A lot of people, they don't know, they don't have a sense, they have to think a lot. But for you, while you can visualize the things, what's gonna happen, you have a senses is coming from, inner light. You're using it, your inner light more and more and more and more and more. If we use the inner light to the maximum, then we have a spiritual desires. This is so powerful. We wanna make the brightness even brighter, and wanna do the more. So you've done everything you could have done in your life. So you are reached that place. Now is the time for you to more open yourself to connect with the source of life, because we designed to connect to the source of life. If you learn that properly, then another chapter of your life is going to open and going to be much more, You're beautiful.
I'm ready for that. Thank you for what you're saying.
Like yourself, and your work is not your work. Mm-hmm. If you do the work, it's this work giving the benefit to other people. So have to put yourself through this process for the people. Yes. And for the world. So this is the next step you have to take. I'm sure that you're going to take the steps.
Master can see all of that right away in your energy. So it's time to receive a treatment. Let's go to the massage table.
Perfect.
Eric, tell us, how was it? How did you feel during the treatment?
First, I am so thankful. Thank you for inviting me to meet you, Master O. I feel, as I was saying later, like wonderful. I feel like stars are around me, full of energy, I hope, for the rest of the year. Everyone should do this. This is really, something that... It connected me with, when I was little, there's an image I always loved that comes from Magritte, which is a rock over the ocean. And whenever I was like lonely or feeling sad or the things you have when you're a kid, I went to that image and I was floating on the ocean, like the Little Prince, you know. I had my little house there, but it was like a chair, and I was sitting there, looking at the sun, feeling the ocean, the energy of the ocean, and like I closed the eyes and I was like receiving the light. So what I felt again is like receiving the sun, like coming through my body. Thank you. So I think it's something that, it makes me look at what you said, really finding the energy and taking the energy inside me, or the places where I find the energy. I think that's amazing.
Master, do you have any tips for Eric and everybody that's watching us today? What are your tips so that people can find this beautiful connection with the sun and with ourselves and with our essence?
Yeah. Every time we open ourselves, we can connect to ourselves. Some more challenges come. Sometimes the pain you cannot do anything about. Please smile more. If you smile more, you're going to connect to yourself. And it's going to help to manage yourself, your life much better. It's going to change your life.
That's a great piece of advice.
Yes.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this beautiful chapter of this program and received a lot of energy and wisdom from both Eric and Master. And we really look forward to seeing you again. Thank you for being with us. Remember to follow, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye from everybody here.